Good morning and welcome to a new week. My boyfriend just left and made me a tea. I got my tea brewing. I forgot the mine was still playing when I turned. What? I had stuff to say, but I don't remember. I have groceries coming today, I can tell you that. And I took my remedy, so I can't have anything to eat or drink for another over 5.5 minutes. Yay! That's okay, the time will go fast. Anyway, happy week, guys! I'm not gonna make a list today, a to-do list, because I ordered groceries and they're coming today. So it's probably gonna take up the bulk of the day because I want to get the dishes done and the counter cleared off so that I can, so that I can, and also clean out the fridge and put the groceries away. So that's going to be most of the day today. I also have to remember to write to Social Nature because I have a review due, but my baking pan is missing. I asked the person who lived here previously if they knew where it was, and I'm like, you think I'd remember? I haven't been there in 3 years. They're like, crap! I haven't seen it since I moved back in. And so now I have to go out and buy a new baking pan for the brownies that I'm supposed to make a video for. And I feel so bad and unprofessional. I'm just so sick. It's 7:30 and stupidly I just got hit by a wave of tiredness. I'm so tired. Oh my goodness. I think that calls for some tea bags. Yeah. Look at all that tea I spilled everywhere. This week I'm going to be jumping in and cooking even though I don't feel up to it and I don't have time, but how else am I going to get healthy? I don't know. So I'm going to give it a whirl and I go gluten-free as of tomorrow. Apparently today is going to be a struggle. I did my tea bags. Hey Ellie. I did my tea bags and I fell asleep. Then I came out here and like, man, it's dark, but I gotta do my meditation. So I came out here to do my it got a little bit lighter now, as you can see. Yeah, so I did my meditation and fell asleep. How am I gonna stay awake? I have too much to do. Groceries are coming at 11, so you'd think that would be a lot of time. I don't know. I'm gonna start my qigong. I think my brain is about to short circuit. I'm like continuously chatting with the grocery guy because apparently the grocery store is out of so many things, so he has to ask me for replacements. So I'm doing that while trying to get ready for him to arrive. So I'm doing that. I just finished getting dressed and washing my face. I still have to brush my teeth. And I was like, frick, it's 11 and I haven't even breakfasted. I'm like, frick, it's 11, I haven't even cleaned the blender yet. Oh my goodness, how do people do this? Why am I so inept? Why am I so incapable of adulting, as they say? I don't get it. I don't know. Any tips for me would be like so hugely appreciated. Please tell me any tips in the comments. I would be so forever grateful. Thank you. Hey, thought I'd bring you with me to brush my teeth for some weird reason. I noticed that Olivia was talking about how she always looks in like the viewfinder instead of the lens or something like that. I don't know what to do on a phone because no matter where I look, maybe I should look at that little dot and maybe then I look normal. I don't know. I mostly just look at myself to see if I'm actually in the shot or not and to see if I'm blocking as much mess as possible, but I don't want my eyes to look all frucky. Frucky? What the heck word is that? I was trying to say freaky. Oh boy. Okay. Ooh, toothpaste and toothbrush. See, this is what happens. I brush the back of my teeth with my tongue and I start almost throwing up. And that's why my eyes are all watery. Do I look terrible? I haven't done my hair yet. I was going gray, but I'm getting that done on Wednesday. I know, I usually like floss and pre-brush and mouthwash, but I don't have time right now, so I'm gonna have to do that after I have my breakfast when I brush my teeth again. What? What am I doing? My head is not screwed on straight. Okay. Put dishes away that boyfriend cleaned. Wash blender. Make breakfast. So my groceries just arrived. I had a super nice shopper, driver, delivery person because they do all of it with Instacart. But yeah, I'm super out of breath just from carrying these bags from the outside of the door to the inside of the door. Whew. Hopefully they won't go bad too quickly. I haven't even started making my breakfast yet. I was just about to, and then there was a knock at the door. I have to put them away. I have to do the dishes. I have to clean the counter. I have to clean the fridge. And I feel like I'm going to faint. No, I said auto. Gonna take a break, have some breakfast, and then get to the groceries. I'm trying to figure out how to set this up. I guess a table and a tripod? I'll do my best. One day I'll get a camera. I know I keep saying that, but now I have to spend some of the camera savings on some other stuff, so that kind of bums me out a bit. Okay, I'm half done my breakfast, but I really gotta get this food put away. I went pee, so now I'm gonna put it away. It made me stop, so yeah, I don't want it to go bad. But I also have to clean it at the same time. Okay. I got some eggs. They didn't have free range, so I got free run. Buttermilk for a recipe. Spring mix. Carrots. Baby spinach. I've never tried this flavor. I got Oikos yogurt, which is extra creamy cappuccino on the bottom. If it's anything like the mocha thingy that, what were they called? Olympic crema. Yeah, Olympic crema. They had the coffee one, it was so good. So I'm hoping this will be good. And I like ice caps, so. And I got banana flavor, which I have had before, and it's super yummy. I have some old fruit cups from before. I'm just trying to take them out of the package so I can store more stuff in the refrigerator. Better get eating these. I didn't realize they expire this month. I was saving them because I enjoy them so much. And when I'm sick, I don't really have this stuff, which I should, because it'll probably make me better, but I can only stomach what I can stomach. I have this new gluten-free bread for the weekend when we have eggs. I have to figure out if this needs to be put in the freezer like the old gluten-free bread, or if it's not like that nowadays. Because I know that some gluten-free things, like the muffins at Goodness Me and stuff, don't need to be put in the freezer. It doesn't say. Frick. So they had a little video on their website that was super helpful. They told me that I can put it in the freezer up to 3 months, or I can leave it on the counter for 7 days. Well, I'm not gonna go through this loaf in 7 days, so in the freezer it goes. But it's a really cool site. Check out Little Northern Bakehouse. Got some Gailey grass-fed unsalted butter. Unfortunately, first I need to wash out the butter container so I can put this in it, but for now I'll just stick it in the fridge. And a big old container of hummus, because I love hummus, and my boyfriend was like, oh yeah, once I get on a hummus kick I have to go through it like mad. And then I found this giant container, so I'm like, sweet. Some romaine lettuce. Snow peas. I actually wanted pre-cut veggies. It came in a bag for like $4. Then I was like, okay, if they don't have that, I'll take some snap peas. But then I was like, this is all they have. I was like, damn it. Oh, well, I still like snow peas, but it's for dipping in the hummus. I got this cheese from my boyfriend's wraps that I'm going to start making him. Cherry tomatoes. Sorry, I had grape as a substitute if they didn't have these, but yay. I can also dip those in the hummus, but some of them are required for recipe. Wish me luck in cooking this week. Like, you're going to be with me, but good luck to me, because it's been so long. I've been sick for over a year. And the last time I cooked cook, not just like made eggs and whatever for myself when I moved back here, but the last time I cooked was before I moved out and before I got sick. Actually, I'd say the last time I cooked was probably 2014. Yeah, because I got really sick in 2015 and was unable. Even worse than I am right now. Yeah, so good luck. A big old cucumber. It's for a salad recipe, but I can use any leftovers on my eyes if I don't have tea bags. I got some more bananas for my smoothies. I usually get them before I run out because they're always green when I get them, and I need them to ripen before I can put them in. Unless I was doing the, what's it called? Low FODMAP, because then I had to have them green. And I used to ask for them, and they used to be practically yellow when I needed them green, and now they're super green when I need them yellow. They're really huge though. The other bananas were like almost half that size. Yeah, a big old honkin' sweet onion. It looks a lot like a Vidalia onion, but it just said it was a sweet onion. Oh, it is a Vidalia onion! Oh my gosh, their sweet onion was a Vidalia onion, which is my favorite onion of all! Oh, it's gonna be so wonderful! I ordered one lemon, because it was called for in a recipe. And I asked my homeopath if I should be having hot lemon water in the morning like so many books say, and he's like, no, maybe a few mornings, but not every morning. I'm like, oh, I'll just get one then. Lemon! And an avocado. It's pretty small, much smaller than I anticipated, but it'll do. I got like an avocado tool like forever ago, and now I finally get to use it. My avocado tool. Back when I was sick and my dad was taking me to the most expensive, most organic grocery store here, I got this there. Trying to get more into avocado. Sometimes I like it, other times it tastes like clay, so I don't know. Now, a lot of people love avocado, and then other people really don't like avocado. I don't know what I am, because sometimes I like it and sometimes I hate it. It depends, I guess, on the ripeness. I don't know. The clay stuff is no good. I must say that it is odd sometimes when I might be like facing my window and something catches the corner of my eye, so I look and it's a couple teenagers. I'm like, it's so weird, because this building was always known as the building of all old people, and I moved in here when I was 23. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, she's so young. But now I see like teenagers and kids that like go to school and they're walking through the back parking lot, coming out from like one of the side doors and stuff. I'm like, I guess that's changed. Tortillas! Blue menu because they were the cheapest and the healthiest. I didn't realize that this blue menu stuff was actually good. I mean, they say it's good, but I thought maybe it was just a ruse. But these are the only whole grain tortillas, like around here at least. And yay, because now I'm gonna have nice healthy whole grains from my boyfriend. I should have some water. How do I misplace a gigantic Bubba? Seriously, I found it. He said that they didn't have this one, but this is the one I wanted, and that's the one he got me, so I'm confused. But yeah, red lentil penne. Not only is it gluten-free, but it's also grain-free, which I think my homeopath would prefer. Not sure I'm ready to give up complete grains yet, though. Aren't they healthy for you? I'm so confused. I mean, it all depends on which book, with scientific study they've done. But yeah, that pasta's made from lentils, so yay! And happily, my all-time favorite cereal is gluten-free. This cereal here, I discovered it when I went gluten-free in the past. And it's chocolate. And it's made from rice and beans. Rice and beans. This stuff is awesome. I love it so much. That's another reason I don't want to give up all grains unless I absolutely have to, but I love the cereal. And I like to have something that if I don't have time to make my smoothie before an appointment, I can still eat before I go. And this is perfect. at least looking at me talking to nobody and shaking this box. I was like, what the heck are you doing? Oh no, I still have a bunch of these and they're not gluten-free and they're like my second favorite cereal, but I don't eat them as a cereal, I eat them as a snack. Gosh. Ugh, maybe my boyfriend will like it? I don't know. I can't give an open package to the needy. One of the recipes called for chopped frozen spinach, so I got chopped frozen spinach. What's Ellie doing? I just leaned over and tied up a garbage bag and now I feel out of breath and like I'm going to faint. Frozen strawberries for my smoothie. I actually took the very last of the strawberries I had this morning in my smoothie, so I'm super happy that that came in. Minced turkey, again, this blue menu, I didn't know that it was actually good. I looked up the ingredients and everything and it's actually really good. So I'm pretty impressed and surprised. I have to say I'm very surprised, but I didn't expect President's Choice to come out with such healthy stuff. But I'm happy they did. And something be frozen since November and still be good in May. Good lord, if you guys happen to see all the bags behind me, I have to take all that stuff down to recycling. But I almost fainted tying a bag up. How am I gonna go up and down the stairs? And I really need to dump the plastics recycling because it's so full. More meat. I'm not thrilled on all this meat, but it'll make my boyfriend happy. Chicken, blue menu. I mean, believe me, to each their own. I mean, I get it. People love meat, and they say that we're supposed to eat meat. Then other people say we're not supposed to eat meat. I don't know. I just know that I love bacon. Sometimes I feel really horrible when I'm eating meat. One thing at a time, gluten-free first. Got some margarine. I know they say margarine is basically like eating plastic, but sometimes I forget to take the butter out of the fridge and it's all hard and it rips stuff apart, so back up margarine. The healthiest plastic you can buy. My boyfriend's yogurt for his parfait that he likes to make. I got me 2 more of these for my smoothies, obviously. Veggie broth. The recipe calls for chicken broth, but I prefer veggie broth, and there's already going to be chicken in it, so why do you need to do the overkill? Hate that my eyebrows have been lowered. Going to 2 people who did my eyebrows, and instead of taking from underneath, they took from above, and I haven't been able to grow it back. Now my eyebrows look like caveman. I have like a caveman look now. Little Snappers Granny Smith apples. I haven't had a Granny Smith apple in forever. When I was a kid, my mom used to cut them up and put salt on them. And I used to think they were like the best thing ever. He got me some parsley, which you can't really tell because it's in the bag. Parsley. Smells really good. Happy news for me is that I have new grapes, and this time they're gonna get all eaten. I like how healthy my fridge is starting to look with a full veggie drawer and a full fruit drawer. It's exciting. I want my health. Organic aged red wine vinegar. They did have one that was from Napa Valley, but it was super pricey. It was like 25 bucks for a bottle of this. Which if I had tons of money, sure, no problem. But this is organic and that's good enough for me. It's been so long since I've had like oils and vinegars in my pantry. I feel so like a terrible person. Rice vinegar, tomato paste, and this is my boyfriend's favorite cereal, and he also uses it for his parfait, his yogurt parfait. Aw, cute little garlic. Wow, this is huge. This is also President's Choice, and I looked it up, and it's first cold press extra virgin olive oil, which is the kind they tell you to look for health. But it didn't say in the description if it was first cold press, but it is, and it says down here. So I'm very excited about that, and they always say to get in a really dark bottle. So this President's Choice is like the best type of olive oil to get. And then got some mayonnaise for my boyfriend. I almost said my hubby, that's not good. For my boyfriend. French's mustard. organic, oops, peanut butter. I don't know if my boyfriend will want this. He said he likes it, but he prefers one that he can just spread easily, like Kraft, but they were out of Kraft. So I got this organic crunchy peanut butter, which is great for my smoothies. 100% Parmesan. Some recipes require the sprinkle kind, so I got some of the sprinkle kind. Try to get, like, I used to get like a container of like the Parmigiano Reggiano, but they don't have it anymore. And their Parmigiano Reggiano was $35 freaking for a thing this big. What? I have 4 cans of chickpeas, because I have like 2 or 3 recipes that call for chickpeas. Those are some really big bananas. I really want to be editing, but I have so much, I made a mess while cleaning out stuff, and now I have to put the mess away.